What's up, everybody? It's Joe, Silverjackify. Today I am doing a video on questions and answers on baseball card collecting. These are all questions that have been posted to my YouTube channel. I've gotten thousands of comments. Some of them I'm going to be just answering sort of questions. Some of them I'm just reacting to comments. So let's go ahead and get started. So first off, the question that's on everyone's mind, what is your opinion in investing in the Judge rookie? If you guys have watched a baseball card collecting advice video, one of my tips, of course, is don't get caught up in the hype. And right now, there is nobody that is being more hyped up than Aaron Judge. And even though I absolutely love Aaron Judge, Rob Manfred said that he could be the future face of baseball. And I actually agree with that, assuming that he's able to keep up some sort of a pace similar to what he did in the first half. Of course, he's, I think, he went 1 for 20 after the All-Star break against Boston and Fenway, although he did get robbed by a home run by Jackie Bradley Jr. I don't think that investing in Aaron Judge is obviously a good idea right now. You're paying crazy prices. You're basically assuming that he's going to go on to become Mickey Mantle at the prices that you're paying right now. The one thing I do know is I have no idea what's going to happen in the future. He could go on to become a Hall of Famer, or he could become, just a small note in the history books. But one thing I will tell you is, cards like this, if you could see it here, this is, Aaron Judge's Bowman rookie. Cards like this are cards that I probably would not invest in right now. But if you're going to invest in a Bowman, in any Aaron Judge card, I would definitely, if you're going to invest, I would invest in this card. It's the 2013 Bowman Chrome Draft card. The reason why I say to invest in the Bowman Chrome Draft is that, 30, 40 years from now, the only card that anyone's going to even pay attention to, it's similar. Let me give you guys some examples. When you think of Michael Jordan, you think of one card. You think of the 86 Fleer card. When you think of Ken Griffey Jr., you think of the 89 Upper Deck card. When you think of Derek Jeter, you think of the 93 SP Derek Jeter. And just to give you an example, this card, which is also his rookie card, the Select, is worth like $2, whereas the 93 SP Jeter right now goes for like $10,000 if you can get it in, gem mint condition. So what I would recommend, if you're going to buy an Aaron Judge card, buy the card that is going to be iconic. Years and years and years from now. It's the 2013 Bowman Chrome Draft. You can see here's the Bowman Chrome Draft auto. The beauty about that card and about cards, modern cards in general, is you got the paper version, you got the chrome version, you got the chrome refractor, then you got the chrome auto, and then you got the purple and the blue. So depending on your budget, you could be somebody that doesn't have a very big budget, but you could still afford, the base version of the 2013 Bowman Chrome Draft Judge, but if you have a huge budget, you can go ahead and get one of the bigger cards. But like I said, I would not invest in the hype right now. Just think about if you were to invest in Jeremy Lin back during Linsanity. Or here's just some examples. How about Yasiel Puig when he was going crazy? What his cards are worth now? Or how about Byron Buxton when he was the #1 player? Or even just an example, how about Chris Bryant, for example? I mean, his cards, even though he was the MVP last year and won a World Series with the Cubs, his cards are going down just because the hype is gone on Chris Bryant. Right now might be a great time to buy Chris Bryant, actually. So that's the answer to that question. Next up, Dustin Abraham says, I have just a handful of vintage, some 1950s and Bowman, a 41 play ball. None of them are Hall of Famers, and they are not in great shape. Just wondering your opinion if you think it'd be worth submitting them to grade. So this is it's a very tough question to answer without actually seeing the cards, but assuming that they're not in great grade, I would generally say not to get them slabbed. The reason why I say that is it's going to cost you about $15 to $20 per card just to get it slabbed. That includes the cost of of getting it graded, shipping, insurance. What I would recommend, and I've mentioned this on previous videos, go to eBay, see, take your best guess. Do you think it's a 3? Do you think it's a 4? And then look it up on eBay. Find out how much they're selling for. If a PSA 3 of your card from 1941 play ball is selling for $40 and it's going to cost you $20 to get slabbed, that should give you an indication as to whether it's worth it for you or not. Whereas if you think it's a 5 and it's going for, $200, it's definitely worth your while to get it slabbed. And then on top of that, vintage cards, it's really tough to sell them raw. If you're selling them on eBay, they're going to go for a lot less because, people just like me are not going to trust that it's a legitimate card. So just be careful of that. And, here's just some examples of, some of my raw cards that I haven't gotten graded. And it's basically, the same reason. It's cards that, if I get them slabs, it really doesn't increase. Even this Hank Aaron, I'm sure you can't see it with this, but there's a lot of chipping on the card. And, getting it slabbed is going to cost me a lot of money, so I have to take that into consideration. Although, I will say it is awesome to get your card in that nice PSA holder. All right, so next question. You sound like you know what you're talking about. Thanks, Pepino Man. I just wanted to throw that in there because Pepino Man thinks that he says I know what I'm talking about. Actually, that was in response to my 2019 baseball, Yankees video, and just hoping that my boy Clint Frazier is still part of the team and playing left field. I just want to say that if the Yankees trade away their big prospects for a Sonny Gray or somebody like that, I am going to be furious. And you guys are going to see me post a video because I'll have to let out my anger somehow. I just don't think the Yankees right now are a championship caliber team, and they need to plan for 2018 and 2019. And the way to do that is not by trading off your top prospects. So that is that. James Brown says, hello, Joe. Congratulations on getting 11 PSA Gem Mint 10s, especially the Bonds. Personally, because of the steroid use, I don't think they should let him into the Hall of Fame. If they do, then Pete Rose should definitely get in as well. Thank you. So, I think I mentioned this in the previous video. I agree that Pete Rose belongs in the Hall of Fame. I also think that Barry Bonds belongs in the Hall of Fame. I can go on and on about this, but basically what it comes down to is if my opinion on the Hall of Fame is very different than most people's opinions. I think it should be based on, did you have a gigantic impact on baseball? If you did, then you belong in the Hall of Fame. When I go to the Hall of Fame, I want to learn about the history of baseball. I don't want to, it's ridiculous to ignore the fact that, okay, now you got the hits leader of all time is being completely ignored in the Hall of Fame, and the home run and RBI leader of all time is also being ignored. I'd say that those guys had a pretty huge impact on the game, and they belong in the Hall of Fame, and I also believe that it's baseball's own fault for, especially with Barry Bonds, they should have had a stronger drug policy going on and not allowed that to happen. And I also think Barry Bonds would have been a Hall of Famer either way. You could even, if you want, you could break up the Hall of Fame into, here are the greatest players of all time, and here are the players that had great character. So if you want to break it out that way, go for it. I mean, that could be a potential option. So next up, I watched for the intros. Cool break, bud. And then Rated Rookie says, Come for the intro, stay for the baseball cards. Wait a second. Are you guys referring to this intro? Next is my favorite comment of all time. It's Stone Cold Steve Austin. Basically, he said, you need to go to Alcoholics Anonymous meetings as soon as possible. You're a victim of a liberal school system. Now, I went to Penn State for my bachelor's degree, and I got my master's degree from Stevens Institute of Technology, so maybe those are liberal school systems. I'm not entirely sure. Then he throws in like kind of a nice comment. He's like, nice to see you collect older cards. Vintage is pre-1973, which I think it's kind of funny, like, why... So 1972 is vintage, but 1973 is not. So I just, I've never heard that one before, but that's kind of interesting. Anything after 1980 is mass-produced garbage. And then he says, you sound like a punk-ass little whining bitch from California. It's just the greatest. Well, just so you guys know, I think I mentioned this before, I am a punk-ass little whining bitch from New Jersey. I'm not from California, or possibly a Yankees fan, so nice job by Steve Austin. Face it, you have a drinking problem. Cheers to that, Steve. So, one of my favorite posts of all time. So, I just want to say that, I appreciate the people that love my channel. I also appreciate the people that don't like my channel. I don't care. There's somebody that literally goes out of his way to dislike every single one of my videos. I don't care, man. As long as you like my videos. I know that Howard Stern and Francesa are guys that, some of the biggest people that watch their or listen to their shows are people that can't stand them. So there must be something to that. And then just to throw in, this is somebody that actually had something nice to say. I love your videos, man. You are the one that inspired me to collect baseball cards again, and you're awesome. So thank you. And this is just an example. Like 99.9% of the comments that I get are just fantastic comments. Everyone has it's just been such a fun community. And the best part about these videos is I feel like I've inspired other people to collect. Dustin Abraham, who I mentioned earlier, he's, a father and a son collecting together. I love to see that. And, hopefully I'm inspiring other people to collect. Hopefully these videos are interesting. And at the end of the day, baseball card collecting, the best part about it is there's no stress involved in collecting. I think I've mentioned that before. And, with all the things going on in life between, work and, paying bills and, other stress they have, like the Yankees driving me crazy. The one thing that there's just no stress to it is collecting, which is why I love it and why I've been, trying to inspire other people to collect. Speaking of Howard Stern, is this a hobby or an investment for you? So I think I got a lot of sort of hate back because I did an investment baseball card advice video a couple months back, and it got a lot of reaction, which is exactly, the kind of stuff that I'm looking for when I do these videos, to be completely honest. Just to answer that question, it is mainly a hobby. Like I've said before, I've never even sold a baseball card. I've now given away a ton of baseball cards, but I've never sold a baseball card. I do not look at it as something where I buy and sell. But with that being said, I think that you are doing yourself a huge disservice if you don't treat your collection as an investment. Now, you may have no interest in selling your cards, but who knows? One day I may pass this on to my children or my grandchildren, and hopefully they'll be able to sell my cards. And if I have a bunch of cards that are worthless, then, it's just something to think about. believe me, I understand that it's worth more to me than it's worth to other people. That's like my entire collection. But I think you should always kind of have in the back of your mind, is this a good investment? Even if you decide to do something because it's not a good investment, at least you knew that going in that it wasn't a good investment. So I think it's just something to be aware of. And to that point, if you just buy a card instead of buying packs, it's no fun. The point of the game is gambling by buying packs and hope for an auto or a relic. So a lot of people, when I did my investment card advice, one of my tips was to never buy packs. Now the thing is, so I think people misunderstood. Basically what I was saying is, if you look at collecting purely as an investment, buying packs is not the way to go. That's all I was saying. So I think people took it the wrong way, that I don't think you should ever buy packs. I was saying don't buy packs if you're thinking of it as an investment, because if you're thinking of it as an investment, you're much better off buying singles. Now, as you guys have seen, since I've done that video, I've busted open all kinds of packs, because I totally agree that busting open a box of packs is way more fun, especially short term, than buying, spending all your money on a vintage card. So I just want to make that point, that I understand that opening packs is a lot of fun. It's part of, being a part of the hobby, but again, I'll reiterate that if you're looking into just for the purposes of investment, buying packs is one of the worst things you can do. Although, every once in a while you hit a big card, and you never know when you buy packs. Next up, Fantastic Ghostastic says, "It's my birthday." Happy birthday, Fantastic Ghostastics. Oh, although that's 2 weeks ago, so I'm a little late. Next up. Wish I had seen this video earlier on. Probably the only baseball card collector in Singapore. I mentioned it before, I'll mention it again. It is so awesome to hear from people from all over the world. It's so, because obviously I live in New Jersey, and if I see somebody post, from the other side of the country, it's just really cool. And that's what the beauty of this baseball card channel is, the ability to connect with people throughout the world. So just appreciate that, guys, and please continue to post your comments. Next up, yo, Silverjackify, congrats on 1,000 subscribers. I forgot to mention in any of my videos so far that I've reached 1,000 subscribers. It's thanks to you. It's been an awesome run. I'm actually already at 1,100 subscribers, and I'm sure the Epic giveaway had a lot to do with finally, getting across that threshold of 1,000 subscribers. So just wanted to say thank you for those of you that are watching. I really like your videos, but would like them more if they were shorter. Nice cards. So good point, Peter. I'm going to wrap this up. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, and if it was something that was interesting for you, I'll probably continue to do it. If it was something that I don't get a lot of views and a lot of likes on, I probably won't do another video like the fantasy baseball video. No one's watching it, so I probably won't do another one. So hopefully this is something that you guys found interesting, and if you did, please hit that like button, please subscribe, and I'll talk to you later. Peace! You and me.